What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gransberry Chronicles Weekly Pick'em Playoff Edition. It's championship weekend. Are you guys ready? Well, before we get started, let's make sure everybody remembers I got my boy, Coach B. Pat, on the left, and I got my boy, D. Jones, on the right. And as always, it's your girl, the Gransberry, in the middle, keeping it in the mix. I got my shades on tonight. I got to keep back all the haters because I know y'all want to talk to me about my pick from Sunday night. But I ain't never scared. Don't worry, don't worry. I ain't never, ever scared. But, okay, guys, how'd y'all feel about last weekend? Let's just, real quick because we all kind of hoped better for the Ravens.
Yeah, we all
But
picked the Ravens.
yeah, we all did. And I went solo with Tampa Bay and the Saints. As we all know, it's hard to beat a team three times. That still didn't deter me from picking them because I take chances. But I take chances with people that don't want Super Bowls. I don't take chances with just trying to
That
show
wasn't a
out.
chance. That wasn't a chance. They was favorite.
Yeah,
That
But
wasn't a chance.
it was a chance against y'all. It wasn't what y'all decided was the pick. Tons of people didn't pick the Saints. Tons
Yeah,
of people.
yeah.
Okay,
It's time. It's
and
that
we
time
have
of year though. It's
hey,
that
and
time of
and
year
there
when you
have
have
been
it.
teams to win that were not the favorites. So that doesn't mean anything either.
That's true. But what I'm saying
Okay.
is, you talking about
Are
this?
you
It's that
trying to
time of
defend Coach
year.
Pat?
No, no,
I
no, no.
Oh,
ain't,
okay.
It's that time of year where
ain't no,
ain't no pick a chance at this point. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can win. It's any given
it's
Sunday.
the
You talking about the
playoffs
top eight teams.
unless you're the Cleveland Browns.
Every week anybody can win though.
Cleveland had a shot at the end. They just didn't take advantage of their opportunity.
They had more than a shot at the end.
Yeah, and
Let's
once the
stop
home
that.
went out,
Let's stop that.
they couldn't let man. Andy Reid,
Uh,
Andy Reid,
Yes.
Andy
Okay.
Reid.
So at
Andy
this
Reid.
point, Andy Reid, right now,
Yeah,
we know it's the coach too. We're not taking away anything from Patrick, but
well, you know I've been a
Andy,
Reid fan for a while, so
long time.
this dude is a play caller.
Okay, well, we're not gonna keep everybody long because it's a beautiful Thursday night. We have new people living on 1600 Black Lives Matter Avenue. So, we gotta just, ooh, my energy is just, it's just good right now. I had my pearly whites with my pearls on yesterday.
Mm.
So, I'm like in a good mood. It's my birthday month. I'm still taking invitations for gift cards to eat. I can't go eat with you. It's COVID. So you can feel free
Celebrate the
to
whole
drop that
month.
look.
I
Y'all
do
better be
too.
glad it's COVID because I would
Yeah.
actually try to celebrate more than that. But
Oh, I do too.
I have my other birthday too. My second birthday comes up, my half year birthday. So we'll get to that birthday in July. So that way I have a summer and a winter. Is
What's a
there a
half?
problem?
What's a half year birthday?
Halfway away from one and halfway to the next. Meet me halfway, glass half full. Is that a problem? Is that a problem?
That's not a birthday, but okay.
Hey, we gonna celebrate
I'm
it
with
just
you
the
on this.
same. We gonna celebrate it just the same.
That's okay.
So,
It's all good.
okay.
It's all
So
good.
anyway, moving right along, let's get into it. Let's get started. It's first game up. Now, I'm gonna take a deep breath. Now, coach, you always keep me up with injuries. What's the status on my boy?
On Mahomes, right now they said he practiced. He was a full practice participant today.
Okay.
Uh, um,
Limited
I,
though. He's still under protocol is what I
yeah,
read.
he's still under the protocol, but I, I mean, unless something drastic happens between now
He
and
playing.
Sunday, he's going to play.
He playing.
Exactly.
He's gonna go. He's gonna play.
Exactly.
But not only just the concussion protocol, he still got that foot, and he was still running with the foot. So the adrenaline was kicking in, and so we know Le'Veon Bell didn't practice this today as well. So and then I believe one of the special teamers, I can't think of his name right off the top of the head, didn't practice as well. So Le'Veon Bell, he he probably won't be a factor into it. As long as Edwards Hilaire's there, and then they still got Williams, so the run game will still be there here and there.
I think the young guy was also limited in practice today.
But maybe just a general limited, not really a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a save up. It's
again,
a save up.
They put that for a lot of people.
Correct.
So,
Right.
The only one we was really worried about was how's that concussion protocol looking. I know everybody in Buffalo was holding on. They would have preferred that they was gonna get a shot with Cleveland, and then after that maybe they would get the backup. But don't be fooled by Henny at any point, because he's still coached by Andy Reid. Now I'm going with the Chiefs, so I don't think there's much to discuss. Derek feels like everybody has a shot. I'm not discounting the shot. I'm just picking the reigning champs. I mean, that's just how I feel about it.
That's cool.
So what's up, Coach?
I'm going with Chiefs in this one. Patrick Mahomes, he plays. It's going to be experience over first time with Josh Allen. Buffalo's been playing well, have played well up to this point. They might very well play well on Sunday, but I'm not going against the Chiefs. It was kind of like our theory with Seattle. I'm not going against Seattle or the Chiefs. In this case, I'm definitely not going against Kansas City. D. Jones.
So I'll get the pick out of the way. I'm picking the Chiefs, but I give Buffalo a shot in this game, a strong possibility. Yeah, I mean, even if you look at the Cleveland game before Mahomes went down, Cleveland was still there, and that's one thing that I've noticed about the Chiefs this year. It's not like they're blowing people out, so I don't expect them to blow them out. Buffalo's defense is going to blitz Mahomes. They're going to try to hit Mahomes. They know he got the turf toe thing going on, or whatever he got going on with his toe. And then they also know that he had the concussion. So they're going to that front seven is going to be trying to put pressure on him, and that's what they need to do to win anyway. Even if he was totally healthy, that has to be the game plan, is to try to put pressure on him as much as they can. The reason why I'm picking the Chiefs is really because of the other side of the ball. The other side of the ball, I don't trust Josh Allen. I don't trust him still not to make the mistake at the wrong time. I love his play. I think he's been playing very well. But until he eliminates the mistakes at the wrong times, I'm just not going to trust him over a Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid, EB trio. So I'm going with Kansas City.
I love how you want to just give all this great energy and participation award to Buffalo, and they deserve to be here.
Award.
It's dang near, because you picking Kansas City, but you want to tell me, but you still want to tell me about Buffalo. And for what? Who cares?
I don't need to tell you how Kansas City needs to win. I'm telling you how Buffalo needs to win.
But you didn't pick them, so
I'm not going to pick them because they're not going to do what they need to do to win. But
are you trying to just help people know why they pick is wrong? So you telling Q? So tell Q right now his pick is wrong because he went with Bill's Mafia. He part of Bill's Mafia. Maybe that's to avoid playing KC. I don't know, but
maybe he got more faith in Josh Allen than I do.
Before we move on to the next game, we're going to make sure we give a shout out to Thurman Thomas, Real Ridge graduate, former Buffalo Bill, so I want to show that respect because, D. Jones and I are graduates of the Ridge. That's right. Real Ridge High School. Yeah, that's right. All day. I'm a true H-Town Ridgemont foe. I know y'all try to think it's popular because of the rapper Zero, but before there was a Zero, Gransberry was the hero. Don't sleep. Don't sleep on Ridgemont 4. That's right, Thug Month. That's okay. I'm the thug with the paycheck too, so don't worry about that.
It's all good. You know about the vote. BG represent.
That's right. So B, you already know what's up, right? You already know. As long as you don't ever get it twisted.
No.
So we moving on to the matchup now. D. Jones, I'm gonna allow you to go last.
Okay.
I wish I had Q. Shout out to Q because his show, He Said, She Said, goes live on Thursdays. It's a little too much for him to jump right in with us tonight. But, he's a Tampa Bay fan. I picked against his team last week. He didn't even pick his own team. So I really need to cut half my shout out. Time out on that. But yes, we remember Mike Miller, Carter. We actually remember Mike Miller very well. We class of 94. Shout out to class of 94. That's right. We keeps it right because I know some of y'all that's class of 2004 still want to be hype as class of 94. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So with this Tampa Bay Green Bay matchup, the funny thing about it is, I've been to Green Bay and I've been to Kansas City, and I was thinking about both of these games and cold weather and the atmosphere, and it's a pretty exciting time and a sad time because you hate that COVID doesn't give these games their full fan experience. I think this is truly when the fan experience matters, because being on the road in the playoffs, guys, it is the most exhilarating feeling that you could ever have. And D Jones, that's where you got that first taste, right? Like that first road trip was the playoff game, Boston.
Yeah, my first playoff game.
Yes.
My first road trip was.
Don't allow me to remember your first game. Don't let me do that because I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed, but I'm gonna move forward. My point is, guys, if you are that fan, and once we get COVID moving society back forward and the world is open, yes, a regular season game is amazing, but a playoff game, that energy is so unmatched. It is just, I can't even tell you enough in words. You have to feel it. You have to live it. You have to breathe it. And like I said, even with my team not playing this weekend, I still feel like if the world was open, like I want to be there at one of these games. The energy is just unmatched. And in Green Bay, everybody keeps talking about snow and the cold and how the run game, this will be a run game. No, not when you have Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. He throws in the snow. So I'm going to say that for you one more time, Q. He throws in the snow. And the he is A-Rod, Aaron Rodgers. Okay? Let's be clear when I say he throws in the snow. So when you're getting hype about this run game, just know he throws in the snow. Y'all remember I told y'all that, right? Y'all keep that. Hashtag that. He throws in the snow. And with that, I'm going to move it on over to Coach. Coach, tell me your pick because I done already made it clear.
Well, the word of the summer was entanglement. And I'm kind of in.
Oh, entanglement. Okay.
I am entangled with my pick between these two. The reason why I say it, I'm saying, hear me out. The reason why I'm saying this is because, Brady can throw in cold weather. He was used to it back when he was with the Patriots
At home.
At home. It was still cold weather. It was still snow. Then you got Green Bay in Lambeau Field. They finally had some fans in this past weekend. They were loud. So, but then you go back and look at the rosters, and Green Bay's got the playoff experience as far as them being together because of last year with the NFC Championship game, which, by the way, rookie coach last year and then second year coach, 2 back-to-back in NFC Championship games. I'm still confused because Tampa Bay is starting to come up and play well. The defense picked them up actually last week against New Orleans with those 4 turnovers. But I can't go against Aaron Rodgers at home. I really can't. And it's the last person who has the ball is going to win this game. And I believe Green Bay is going to have that in the mix. And Aaron Rodgers is the master of the game, the time of possession, and knowing when to score and when not to score. And I'll go with Green Bay's experience because they were in the NFC Championship game last year. And I don't see them losing 2 in a row.
So it's cheaper to keep, or you going to stay with your original lover and pick the Packers because your side piece, you're not really sure they can come through. Is that what you're
Well,
saying? Because you
no,
said you was in entanglement. I'm trying to figure out who's your
yeah.
side piece
All
and
right.
who's
So
cheaper to keep her.
for me to be blunt as possible, yes, keep it that way.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, you keep on cheating. I can't believe you, but using
I
entanglement, huh? It was that rough on you?
and I was the word of the
I
summer.
mean,
I
dude,
was
you
using
be
it
picking
for
teams to blow
2020.
out that we don't even know how they gonna score
Hold
20
on,
points, and now
hold
you in
on.
an entanglement.
Wrong. I did say the Chiefs were going to blow out
Oh,
the Browns last weekend, but that wasn't a stretch
that's not
because
the
there was a
only
lot of
time, sir. That wasn't the only time. Don't
hey
worry, don't
and
worry. I'm gonna put together that blooper.
The Jets almost beat the Raiders. That
Almost.
yeah.
What did I tell you all season
Anyways,
about almost?
anyways,
Almost is good enough in horseshoes. In
next,
horseshoes, you can't be almost pregnant and you cannot almost win. Okay, so in your
okay.
entanglement, you either in or you out. Okay,
Hey, I chose Green Bay.
keep
I'm not
cheaper to
changing.
keeper.
I'm not going to change my pick in private or public.
Mm.
Oh, okay, but you just changed your mates. Okay, go ahead, Dijon.
Man, you set yourself up for that one this time.
You
Uh,
did. You want to talk about private and public?
Yeah, I sure did.
Let's know. Let us know in
I
the
did.
comments what's public. What's that public love?
I
B
did.
Pat.
so here's my thing. So the Packers haven't forgot what happened in week 6. All right. Week 6, they lost 38-10 to Tampa Bay. If we remember, we take a walk back with me. Week 6, Green Bay was up 10-0 and driving in that particular game. Almost in the red zone or in the red zone when Aaron Rodgers threw only his 3rd pick 6 of his entire career. So don't bank on that Bucs defense that's going to happen twice. The momentum switched in that game, and for some reason the Packers couldn't do anything right. I think everything changes this week. I think they're going to be laser focused. This is A-Rod's 5th NFC Championship game, his first one at home. And like you said, Gransberry, it's a shame that he can't have a full home crowd, but they will be ready over there. They'll be in the neighborhood yelling, and you'll probably hear him in the stadium. If you don't know, Green Bay Stadium is basically in the middle of a neighborhood. So they'll be out there. They'll be out there, and they'll be yelling, and you hear a lot of go pack goes, and the way the stadium is situated, it's going to be loud. So I expect Green Bay to show up and show out in this game. This game could be close, but this game could get out of hand, just like the Week 6 game got out of hand. Much respect to Tampa Bay's front and their defense, but I think they'll be well prepared getting the ball out of A-Rod's hands, and he's the best at manipulating defenses as far as getting them where they trying to switch and making different plays and reading defenses. So this game is going to be pretty much about A-Rod and the running game, because I think all of the running backs should be back this week. Williams was limited in practice today, but with AJ Williams and Jones and those boys, as long as we got our hands together, Green Bay win this game.
So I want to make sure I bring up Q's point. He wanted to remind you that the starting left tackle is out for the Pack, but he was out. I was about to say the same thing. So Q, I know you're going to need your Buddha, your cross, a zombie doll, whatever you need on Sunday, because it's, he throws in the snow, so that's, I'm going to keep saying it. And I know, Coach, you trying to bring up this example of cold weather. I never said that Brady can't throw in cold weather. And I never said he couldn't play in snow. What I'm saying is Aaron is a natural at it. It's just without effort. And even though he hasn't had a championship game at home, and everybody's talking about the Bucs defense, but the Bucs defense, that's true. They show up when they want to. They don't always come through. And Q, he can't even, co-sign himself on that.
He know about their secondary.
Right.
Their secondary is up and down. Their secondary is not that great. Outside of the rookie safety that they have, those guys play up and down. They play well at week 6, so that's why I say make sure Aaron's going to be ready. And yeah, Tampa has a lot of weapons on offense, but Green Bay has the weapon. So
Q said, "Do you know if or believe that Green Bay's defense can contain Tampa Bay's offense? Are you speaking to the run game or the passing game, Q?
Well,
Because
I'll jump in there before he even get on that. Green Bay's front is going to put pressure on Brady. The Smith boys are going to be ready. So if that front is putting pressure on Brady, it don't matter who running behind it or in front of him because he ain't gonna be able to get the ball out. And when you talk about Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball, Aaron still throws all his throws. Brady ain't gonna be able to throw the ball down the field.
I got to put my boy D Jones in the center because he getting crunk about his team. And Q,
I'm
you
just
about
saying.
to he about to handle you. D Jones, take a sip of water right quick. Show everybody your cheese mug. We gotta let you
Let me
have
do
it.
that. Let me
I gotta
do
give you the
that.
moment.
Mm.
Oh, hey.
That's what I say to people. I'm just saying.
Oh,
It's gonna be dope. Way to go.
okay. Because my boy was ready. He was like, "Let me tell you about this. The Smith boys is ready." I don't know, Q. I don't know. Oh, he ready
Okay.
for you, guys. I mean, I don't think we could get any better matchup of 12s, right? Like, we are really what I really like about championship weekend. We're not kind of like a team got there, with one good play or one good mishap. And we're like, oh man, we got a kind of a lopsided one matchup, and I'm looking forward to both games because I feel like they're going to be very competitive. And so I don't think anybody can be wrong, right? There's enough on one side to say that Tampa Bay has an excellent chance at this weekend. And I think it should be clear that just because we all picked Green Bay, and even with D Jones being a Green Bay fan, it's not some loyalty to Green Bay or disloyalty to Tampa Bay, obviously with Brady only being there this first year anyway. It's just more so of at some point you're going to feel comfortable give and take in one area, and like I think everybody's points are excellent, but it's 4 quarters, and so that's kind of like why I like the way it's set up. I mean, you really can't lose cheering for either team. I think that a slight difference last week, there really was a bigger advantage for you to pick Tampa Bay over the Saints. The third time's the charm is difficult for everyone. We had already been seeing some troubling passing. You guys had already mentioned that about Breeze. I mean, there was, Thomas had been out and you trying to get back in the groove with a team that had pretty much started to get in a groove and was staying in a groove. So, and they were determined for that swing, right? The teams
Yeah.
that were matching up, they were the teams that, they were finding themselves not winning the division to the opposing team, and both teams got the rematch where it mattered in the playoffs. So I think that at the end of the day, you're not wrong regardless of who you pick. It's just how you see it, because we know in black and white on paper, one will say this defense is higher, but guess what? The top rated defense is not even in the playoffs anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So
the good part about this weekend also is we got 4 of the top so-called quarterbacks that are actually in the game right now as far as playing well prior towards the end of the season. With
right.
Brady, you got the old school with Brady and Rodgers. You got the new school with Mahomes and Allen. You couldn't ask for better matchups with
Correct.
those four
Correct.
QBs. If we're talking about just the QB matchup as well, and then you got the intangibles between the four teams. Between the four teams, you got Diggs with Buffalo being an intangible for Buffalo. You got the speed and Brown as well. Singletary runs every once in a while for Buffalo. Then Kansas City. Kansas City is full of intangibles. You got Kelsey's definitely not intangible. He's the main guy as far as catching receivers, and then you
Stays
got
open. Don't put a
Hill. I don't
linebacker
know
on Kelsey.
how does exactly. And then you
So you
come back.
definitely didn't have an entanglement with that pick.
No, no.
Oh, okay.
And then you come back. And then you come back with Brady. You got Fournette is running okay here and there. Um, Antonio Brown may or may not play with his knee. Then you got Gronk and Evans. And then you come back with Green Bay. Rodgers can throw to a JV quarterback, a JV wide receiver, and make him look great. So um,
Well,
it's
Okay.
17 is pretty great, but um, But can I just deal with Q's
Well, please, please,
Washington
please,
and the
please.
Saints defense comment?
Yes.
The Saints were set up by Tampa Bay's defense getting 3 turnovers. I think all touchdowns that offense ended up getting had short fields. They didn't have to drive. So we limit those turnovers. That's not a problem. Washington was in the game with a quarterback that ain't played in forever. And if he had if he had an ounce of A-Rod's potential, I mean talent, that you don't see the Saints last week because that game is not working. So it's not about necessarily frustrating Tom Brady. They was getting them off the field. It's not like the Bucs were putting up a whole bunch of points. And what I'm saying is, as far as the question was Green Bay's defense going to contain that offense? And they don't have to contain them. They play with them, but don't think you're going to just run over them. I mean, a lot of people don't give them. A lot of people don't give the Green Bay defense a lot of credit, but Green Bay defense is solid.
Q, you starting to sound like a homer. We know they didn't win. Yeah. We get that. We get that. He just said if they had a different quarterback, they probably would have.
And Tampa Bay will be in the game Sunday.
But also, I don't think that we should measure whether or not Tampa Bay can win this weekend based on them beating the Saints. I think as a team and as a fan, you have to let that game go because one, you played a division opponent, which you know the best. So you're always, going to have some type of insider of how to handle your team. Your greatest benefit is that and detriment. It's your greatest benefit and detriment. So you have your own entanglement, Q. You played them during the regular season. You won. So your adrenaline, your hype, your statistics, your love can all go in the W column.
And remind me who you picked to win last week.
What? Hey, his faith is wavering, but we know this week he will go with his team. But it's kind of Q. It's kind of like men who date women and they never commit. You just have this long relationship, and right when it's time to get to the end, you're mute when it's time to handle up.
I'm out.
And but everybody knows what that's like. He knows what it's like. A woman knows what it feels like on the other side. So it's relatable. He understands my point. And so you have, 4 quarters to figure out if your team is committed to being the team to play at home for Super Bowl. Oh, I know your faith strong.
Oh, it should be.
Okay. I hope so. I hope so.
Week. It just wasn't last week when you picked the Saints.
Okay. He committed and he proposing. Oh, cute. Oh, but see, I didn't say were you proposing. I said get married. Now what? You coming back? You coming back?
He said still to this day.
Well, he said committed and proposing. I mean, he should have said committed and marrying.
You should have said.
It's a lot of people that done got proposals.
Well.
Anyway, each week as this playoffs, we get less and less football, and so this Sunday we get these 2 games, and that's going to be it. And then we're down to our last one. Oh, shut the door! He got the best clap back. He said the wedding date is February 7th. Well, Q, guess what, Q? But guess what, Q? I'm a one-up you. Remember, Whitley didn't marry who she walked down the aisle with because Dwayne came through the door. Oh, boom! So, just because you have a wedding date doesn't mean you still getting married. I bet you didn't like that one. Anywho, like I said, we down to 2 games, and we'll be moving on to February 7th, as Q so kindly reminded us. And I'm looking forward to this weekend, guys. And I want to make sure before we go, I give a special shout out to all of the folks who decided to, pick Cleveland and didn't want to show up tonight and to talk about it, yeah, do that next time. We love it when you come back to give us that feedback. I had quite a few people who perfectly picked the weekend. Shout out to them. And I didn't. And it's okay because I still came in first place as the lady on the show. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, we go.
So we're going to prepare to move on. And Coach Pat, why don't you tell our lovely viewers where they can find you if they want to talk to you further about future entanglements?
Coach B Pat on Twitter and Instagram. With Instagram, I'm Coach B Pat. Hit me up.
Oh, we done froze Coach out with the entanglements. He's not really sure how to handle it. So in public or private, he's there for you. Public or private.
Public or private.
It goes down in the DMs. His DMs are wide open, guys. Take a look. Take a look. Oh, no, it's blocked. Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Uh-oh, that means he is in an entanglement. And we're moving on to D. Jones. D. Jones. Well, Coach Pat, you can talk to me about that in private, and then maybe I'll apologize to whoever your entanglement is with. So stay out of Coach Pat's DMs. I'm so sorry. He didn't update me. I've been on birthday month celebration, so just know I apologize for that. I stand down. If you need
You can follow me on Instagram at D Jones 9804. On Twitter, that boy at D Jones. Get at me.
If you need a mediator, I got you. I got you, B. I got you. I got you. Oh, whew, let me say this into the camera. My apologies for that. Because he said, He said, I'm sorry, guys. We weren't ready because Coach, if you had caught the show earlier, Coach started this whole entanglement. So it's his fault that I kept going with the entanglement. He put me in this position. Okay. So I know this is playoff edition, but I just want to say this for all the single ladies out there because they feel this way like I do. We don't like Good Morning Beautiful. We don't like it. We want our name. Say my name. Say my name. We don't want Good Morning Beautiful. Stick it somewhere far away. Stop. Just stop. Okay? We don't want it. And yes, I took this time to get that PSA because I'm trying to get her to respond. She is not going to respond because she's annoyed with it. Especially if she explains to stop doing it. And that goes for my DMs. I don't see you when you say Good Morning Beautiful. I trash you. I don't know what you look like. I don't know your height. I don't care. It's like you're not talking to me. Okay?
Using that vanish mode on Instagram.
Okay.
So you can follow me at the Gransberry if you're not still upset about my whole spiel and rant. I don't care. Good Morning Beautiful sucks. Like, where do y'all get that from? Should I sit in the barbershop and create that? Like, give it back. Get a new haircut. Come up with a new phrase. Like, geez. Whew. It's time to end tonight. I'm sorry, because y'all might need to go ahead on over the verses, because y'all don't want me to give a verses. I need to give y'all the Gransberry pick'em on what pickup lines need to stop. That's what we should do. The top 20 pickup lines. Huh?
Somebody preach on.
Woo! All right. I want y'all to know that I love y'all dearly. I have enjoyed this so much. It's so much fun. It's even better when you join us. And as always, with much love, respect, fun, and everyday love, we will catch you next time.